The Aprilia Superteens. There's never been a class that's more famous for creating superstars in motorcycle racing. TJ Toms there on pole position alongside rookie for this season, Max Cook. And then number 56, another rookie, Charlie Atkins. In fact, we'd probably spend less time talking about the riders that are not rookies in this particular field because there are just two of them. TJ Toms, number 7, and Freddie Crane, number 81 on the left of your picture there, are the only riders that took part in this championship last year. The rest are all novices for the 2015 season. This is a class for riders aged 12 to 18, and away from the line we go. And that was a rocket start from somebody on the second row. It's number 55, Jack Scott. What a start for him. But it will be TJ Toms with the whole shot ahead of Max Cook. Then number 55, Jack Scott into third place. Championship coming into this weekend, Freddie Crane was leading overall, number 81, but bumped into his dad just before the start of this race. We'll just see them through Montreal first because anything could happen here. They're all going side by side. In fact, that's the neatest we've seen so far, and it comes from the teeny box. There is number 98 further back, Brian Moffat. Just going back to what I was saying about Freddie Crane, bumped into his dad before the start of this race. They're having all sorts of problems with the running of their Aprilia. Of course, these are two-stroke machines. They can be a little temperamental at times, and apparently they've had the thing in bits. They've put it back together again. It's just not running quite right, and they're not really sure why. So Freddie's out there just for damage limitation. Of course, he's a championship leader. There he is, trying to get as many points as physically possible for this weekend. There's number 97, and that is Lawrence Edgeley from Bolney on the Team Edge Racing Aprilia. But out front, it's TJ Toms, number 7 from Bridgewater on the SMW Racing Aprilia. Now, we know that this is TJ's last appearance in the Aprilia Superteens for this weekend. He's been offered a ride elsewhere. Oh, and there's someone going straight on, number 46, Harry Phillips. Has no choice but to take to the grass, the rider from Leicester on the Eco Roof Aprilia, and he's lost quite a bit of ground as a result of that. So yes, TJ Toms in his last outing on that Aprilia, looking to go out with a bang here. Entered the weekend 3rd overall in the championship, but after an excellent day at the office here yesterday at Snetterton, he's in with a chance of leaving the championship as the top man overall. Or the top young man overall, should we say. TJ it is then that has the advantage over 56, Charlie Atkins, who literally is pint sized. Charlie from Goole, who had an excellent time out at Donington Park in our last round in April. Championship follows us around. It's been a part of the ThundersportGB series since 2008. Before then, of course, it's been going for some years, famous for creating stars such as Casey Stoner, Cal Crutchlow, Chaz Davies, the Lowe's twins, and much more. It's just a fantastic class, and this year it looks like we've got some close racing once more, having gone through a period, I suppose, over the last few years of having runaway winners with the likes of Rory Skinner, Zach Corduroy, and I suppose you could probably, well, I say Zach Corduroy, that was a close championship. Lewis Rollo, certainly the year before that, was absolute domination. The Flying Scotsman. There is TJ Toms, though, that leads from number 30 now, KJD Racing's Max Cook from Swindon. And the interesting thing about these youngsters out on circuit is they all know each other before they came into this championship anyway, because they've been racing each other on Metra kits and in mini moto right from the ages of 5, 6 and 7, so they're quite familiar with each other in terms of racing, which is probably why we don't see them actually knocking each other off that often. There's a lot of respect as we just see number 23 going through there, George Knight of Brighton, who is already looking like he's outgrowing that Aprilia. There's number 96, Rhys Irwin, brother of Keelan Irwin that we saw going down in the Aprilia 450s earlier on. Rhys is from Letterkenny, the Republic of Ireland, on the Scott Racing Aprilia. In fact, he's got a 10-second jump start penalty as Rhys, so he's got a bit of time to make up. But out front in this race at the moment, it is TJ Toms, number 7, ahead of Max Cook, who's got that sort of Leon Haslam style, the chicken legs going on as he goes down the gears into Murray's corner. It's something that you see Leon Haslam even do these days. Across the line, TJ Thompson, Max Cook, and then it's a tiniest gap back to Charlie Atkins in third. They're all lapping in the low 131s at the moment. They're not quite on lap record pace, but they're enjoying a decent race so far. Into Montreal we go. TJ Thompson's had the lead from the start, but not any longer. Squeezing through there. Max Cook are just pushing TJ Thompson slightly wide, and that might just allow number 56, Charlie Atkins, back into the picture there in third place. Further back, here is George Knight, number 23. There is number 99, Chris Moffat. Ahead of these guys is Freddie Crane and Connor Thompson. They're currently fighting for 4th and 5th place. So it is number 30, Max Cook, that has this advantage. Max, who was so strong at the opening round at Brands Hatch and picked up a few points over at Donington, is second overall in the championship, but might just find himself at the top of the standings if he can have a couple of good results here today. Number 55 we just saw there, Jack Scott. Freddie Crane in the mix there also, but this is the battle for the lead. Max Cook it is that leads on the KJD Racing Aprilia ahead of TJ Toms on the SMW Racing Aprilia. TJ easy to spot. He's the only one of this group with yellow wheels, and he hasn't got an orange bib on. It's not his first full season in the Aprilia Superteens, and now he looks to go up the inside. And of all the riders normally that take part in their second full season of racing in the Aprilia Superteens, normally you see quite a significant rise in height. Not with TJ Toms, he's still stayed pretty small. There's Freddie Crane then, making some ground up here, trying to make the most of a bike that's not quite running properly. And there is George Knight and number 99, Chris Moffat. In the background, Harry Phillips, of course. He went off on the grass over at Murray's earlier on in this race as well, but they are inside the top 10, so some big points on offer. There is 24, Max Lofthouse, another newcomer. Max hailing from Burnley in the northwest of the country. TJ Toms it is that leads though. He's got himself back past Max Cook, but now look who's joined in. Number 56 there, Charlie Atkins, much closer than he was earlier on, and in fact going around the outside now of Max Cook, and he's got the inside line for Murray's. Nicely done there from number 56. These two rookies look like they might just be embroiled in some battle for the rest of this season, with TJ moving on. Into the final chicane we go, and there's Connor Thompson, number 9, from Hawley on the CRT Racing Aprilia, and there is number 55, Jack Scott from Luton on the JJ Racing Aprilia. Last lap flag out then, and across the line we go. Battles all the way through the field. This is your race leader, TJ Toms. Then it's Max Cook, number 30, who's got back past number 56, Charlie Atkins. That obviously happened over towards Richie's corner. It's all about slipstream here, and look at the number 56 there of Charlie Atkins, looking to try and get back past Max Cook into Brundle corner. This is 55, Jack Scott and Freddie Crane, the championship leader coming into this weekend, going onto the Bentley Straight. You can hear that there's something maybe not quite right with that Aprilia at the moment, but this is the fight for the win overall. TJ Toms is coming under threat here. This lead that he's got is only by about a tenth. Into the bomb hole, he's going to have to get Corum's absolutely right, because Charlie Atkins showed how much speed he's got around there. Further back is Connor Thompson. There's Freddie Crane, and that is number 55, Jack Scott. These guys are all fighting for 4th overall, but onto the start finish straight, and look at that, TJ Toms has lost out. He's going to have to get in the slipstream. Charlie Atkins is there as well. The checkered flag is out, and this could be a photo finish. TJ Toms has pulled out of the slipstream right at the perfect moment, and does take the race win here for race 1 at Snetterton. Excellent stuff there from TJ. A few questions asked of him there going on to the centre straight, but he answered them by pulling out of the slipstream and winning this race by a tenth of a second. Charlie Atkins third, just a quarter of a second behind TJ, the overall winner. Max Cook obviously second in between them. Connor Thompson was finishing in 4th. Overall then, Toms, Cook and Atkins the top 3, and in the newcomers it's Cook, Atkins and Connor Thompson. Up on the podium again here at Snetterton, Connor Thompson. Connor, you're not far away from this leading group, but you've got another trophy here for your efforts this weekend. You must be very happy.
Yeah, happy with this. Had some troubles with the bike yesterday, sorted them out for today. So yeah, good race.
Anyone to thank at all?
I'd like to thank P&H Motorcycles, Pouteline Oils, Mark Christie at Christie Glass, my dad, my sister, Mum Chris, and everyone else who helps me and supports me. Dunlop Aprilia Superteens.
Well done. We'll move on now to Charlie Atkins. Charlie, he stormed onto the scene at Donington Park. You've picked up a lot of points, and now it's very close at the top of the championship. But some great racing there with Max and TJ.
Yeah, it was a great race. Like the first race, didn't go according to plan, but that one it went a lot better for me.
Anyone to thank at all?
CSM Designs, Mini GP UK, my mum, my dad, especially my dad, he's done so much for me. Mummy Composites, Scratch and Dent, and Aprilia Dunlop from Scotland.
Well done to you. We'll now move on to Max Cook. Max, like I was saying to Charlie, you've been involved in some fantastic racing over the weekend here with TJ, of course, and we know TJ's moving on, but the championship's getting quite close.
Yeah, definitely. Going out, TJ's leaving now, so it's going to be good racing all throughout the season with Charlie, Connor and Jack Scott as well. So it's going to be good.
You got any sponsors, family, friends to thank?
I need to say a big thank you to my mum and dad, family, friends, KGD Racing, 100% Suspension, Fab Racing, who I didn't say thank you to last time, and Gloucester Bike Specialist. I know I'm going to forget them now, but King's Motorcycle Racing, Plum Surf, Hull Beach Motor Tyres, Thundersport Aprilia, and in competition.
Well done to you, Max. And now we move on to race winner and championship leader, TJ Toms. Now we know that you're moving on, but I tell you what, this is a good way to say goodbye. You've picked up a fantastic win here, and you're leading the championship.
That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to come and leave on a high, so we could go away with something in the books to say that we didn't just leave like at the back. So we just wanted to go out on a high. So yeah, it's been a great weekend.
Well done to TJ. His race 2 coming up later, but after the break, it's the RRV 450s and the Formula 400s.